everyone, my name's Bridget from Lucky Elephant Yoga and Wellness, and this is a Yin Yasa yoga class. So for those that aren't familiar with what Yin Yasa is, this is a combination of Yin Yoga and Vinyasa flow. So in our Yin poses, we hold the poses for a period of time to get past muscular effort and into connective tissue. And then we do our Vinyasa practice to get into that muscular effort with the joints newly informed. So it's a wonderful way to balance out the yin and yang energies of our body. All right, so we're gonna get started first by just taking a comfortable seat. Let's just close our eyes or find a nice soft downward gaze. And notice where you're coming from today. What effort did it take to get you to your mat? And now you're here. And give yourself permission to truly be present for this practice. Present for everything that is presented to you through the body, through the mind. Grounded in your breath. Savoring every inhale and every exhale. From here, just deepening into the breath to find that full expression of the inhale and the full release of the exhale. And a few simple rounds just like that. And now you can open your eyes or lift the gaze. And so we'll start our yin practice with caterpillar. So we can extend the legs forward and make sure that you're sitting up on something, a blanket or a nice pillow off of your couch. The legs go forward and we're gonna simply just fold forward. Now you wanna resist this rounding of the low back and keep length. For myself, my hamstrings are pretty tight, so I'm gonna take a couple of blocks right underneath the knees to allow me to still fold forward without that rounding and overstraining the backs of my legs, all right? And then if you would like to, if you have extra blocks, you can put blocks between the legs and rest your forehead on them, all right? So we're gonna do this pose for 5 minutes, releasing our muscular effort, getting into the connective tissues and breaking up the fascia in the back of the body. All right, here we go. Let's fold forward. Release your head, release your elbows, release your shoulders. Deep, full breaths. so our next posture we'll do is called heart bench, okay? So we'll come into the blocks on a T, all right? And I have my blocks on the middle height. Now you can lower them a little bit lower, or if you're using a rolled up towel at home, that will work as well. You can do like a rolled up towel here and a couple of pillows here. It won't be as intense, so you might need to kind of adjust how high you have it, all right? So I'm gonna take this block and I'm just gonna turn mine up one level because my neck is just a little tighter. So if you have a little bit tighter neck, you can turn this up. I'm gonna lie back so that the edge of this block hits right at the space where my low back and middle back join, right? So it's right at the base of my ribs, not down into my low back. And then this other block comes right behind my head, and the soles of the feet come together. My bottom is still on the ground. Arms can go out to the sides. And you can close your eyes here or just keep that soft gaze with the eyes open. Starting to open up into the front body a little bit more. We opened up into the back body with the first posture. Now we're going to open up into the front body more. And also open up into the hips. roll over to your right side. To press yourself up very slowly to sit. Good. Nice. All the way up to sit tall, deep breath in. And full breath out. Nice. So next, we're going to come into sleeping swan. So in Yang Yoga, this is called pigeon. So some of you may know it. And here I like to take my blanket across my mat. So this blanket is going to come right across my pubic bone to support my hips. So they're not having to hold on and they can really let go a little easier. I'm going to place my right knee, shin, and foot in front of this blanket. So my foot is not on the blanket. My shin is on a diagonal line. It is not parallel to the front of the mat. My knee goes super wide on the mat so that then when I tip up and over and neutralize my hips, my right knee is farther out than my right hip. Okay, so make sure that your right knee is not all the way in, that it's really far out. Believe it or not, it will make it much better on your body, more stable, more comfortable, if that's a word that we use. Left leg is extended back, right? We're on the top of the left knee, we're on the top of the left foot, so we'll make sure those hips are neutral and you're not tipping into one hip or the other. Now from here, you can fold all the way forward without anything underneath you, but what we don't want is you holding yourself up here. We want to try to release as much muscular effort, release as much holding as absolutely possible. So for that, I like to take my blocks right underneath my ribs and my forehead, all right? And then I'm able to release my elbows out to the sides and I'm able to fold completely, all right? So get yourself all set up in your sleeping swan, remembering that you'll be here for a little bit, so it will let go as you get into it, as you stay into it. And if this really, really is super painful and you just can't do it, you know, your options are to fast forward the video, but let's not do that. Or you can lay on your back and simply cross your right ankle over your left thigh and then prop this left foot up on something, on a coffee table, on a couch, on a wall, whatever will allow you to just let go here, yeah? And your arms can go overhead, right? So we get a little shoulders and chest there as well. All right, so find your variation of your sleeping swan. Remember, there's always modifications. Modifications are not an I can't. It is a little loving kindness, right, for yourself. Right? Loving kindness in the, I'm going to take this prop, I'm going to assist myself to be able to breathe deeper and to be able to get deeper into the practice. All right, here we go. your head release and roll yourself up onto those hands. Good. And then in between the sides, you have several options. You can just swing your left leg around and come to sit. You can make your way to hands and knees, or you can find a downward facing dog. Just to pedal out the feet, to wake up the tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, the hips, the knees, the legs. Yeah, good. All right, and then we'll move to the second side. So coming onto your knees if you're not there. And then you can bring your left knee, shin, and foot ahead of the blanket with that left knee wide. I've got it all the way to the outer edge of my mat. Then I'm gonna tip my hips up and over so that I'm on top of the right knee, I'm on top of the right foot, right? My hips are neutral, all right? Remember that if you're doing it on your back, you're just gonna switch the ankle. So the left ankle's crossed over the right thigh, yeah. And then we can fold forward. And you'll notice right away, second sides always feel different than the first. That's okay. Breathe where you are. Breathe with whatever your body's presenting you right now. Right, just try to stay present in that breath. It's one of the other components to Yin Yoga is that we're really forced to just be. To be with our body, to be with our mind, to be with our breath. But you can do it. It's so cleansing just to take time to let go of everything else. Be in the moment, be in the pose, be in the body. into a downward dog. And just take those transitional movements, whatever makes sense for your body right now. Good. Coming out of this yin practice, we'll come onto hands and knees. So if your knees need a little padding underneath them, take a blanket, take a cushion. Right? But make sure you just got a little bit of stability left in them. Come onto hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Feel a light wrapping of the front ribs towards each other. And now let's inhale to your cow pose, lifting chest and tail. And exhale to your cat, rounding through the back. Inhale to cow, arching. Exhale to cat, round. Beautiful. Take 3 more. Moving with the breath, like a little dance of the breath and body together. And we'll take 1 more. Good, and then just find a nice long spine. Feel the crown of your head reach forward, your sits bones reach back. From here, we're going to reach the right leg back, tuck your toes. Start to shift forward and back. Just shifting forward and back. So my hips aren't lifting at all. I'm just shifting into the crown of the head, shifting back into the right heel. Good, 1 more. Nice, and then spin that right heel down. Find the whole right foot on the mat. We're going to bring the right hand to the waist as the chest starts to turn up. Good. And then your right arm can float up. And then the last thing to turn is your head. Let's circle the right wrist around in the air. And the opposite direction. Good. Circle your right arm. Easy circles. And the opposite direction. Good. And then reach that right arm all the way up. We're going to press into the right foot and start to lift the right leg up. Any amount that works for you. Feeling this balance. Good, from here, you're welcome to bend the right knee. Reach around, try to take a hold of that right foot. Good, opening up through the chest. Nice, release that right leg very carefully. Extend the leg, lift the arm. Place your right hand down. Come back to toes down. Good. And now lift the right leg. Cross it over to the left. Tuck your toes again. Look over your left shoulder and try to see your right foot. Deep breaths here. Good, and then we place your right knee beside your left. Back to hands and knees. Inhale, extend your left arm out to the side. Exhale, thread that left arm underneath and come all the way down onto your left shoulder and the left side of your head. Good. Now, if your shoulder and your head are down, this right arm can lift. Otherwise, keep the right hand down. Yeah? So from here, we'll try extending the right leg back. We'll try lifting the right arm and wrapping it around. Good, and then you can try, woo! Floating the leg, maybe toppling over like I just did, right? All right, yes. Good. All right, now place that right hand down. Place the right toes down. Unthread your left arm. Come back to your hands and your knees. And just shake all of that out. Good job. Now we extend the left leg back. We tuck the toes and then just start that shifting forward and back, informing into the back of the leg. Good, and then back to center. Spin your left heel to the right. Place the whole left foot down, and as you shift into your right hand, bring your left hand to your waist. Start to turn the chest. Then the arm can follow. Then the head goes last. Excuse me. Good, and then we circle the left wrist. And we circle the other direction. Circle the left arm. And the other direction. Good, and now reach your left arm up. Try to float that left leg any amount. Good, then you can try bending the left knee, reaching for the foot, open up through your chest. Good, and then carefully release that leg. Extend the arm. Place your left foot down. Place your left hand down and spin onto the ball of your left foot. Good, lift the left leg again. Cross it over to the right. Tuck your left toes. Look over your right shoulder. Good, and then place that left knee beside the right once more. Now we take the twist on the opposite side. So extend your right arm out to the side. Thread your right arm underneath. Try coming all the way down onto your right shoulder and the right side of your head. Good. From here, we try to ground into that right upper arm before we extend the left leg back. We can wrap the left arm. We can try floating the left leg. Good, and then just place the left toes down. Unwind your left arm. Unthread your right arm. Great, come back to hands and knees. Wag those hips from side to side. Very nice, everybody. Remembering that wobbling is a completely wonderful part of your practice. In yoga and in life, we should wobble because we learn, we grow from our wobbles. Yeah, and from our careful falls. So let's extend right leg back, toes tucked. Extend left leg back, toes tucked, plank pose. Good, feel a big breath in. Exhale up and back, downward dog, yes. Bend those knees. Feel the length in the back, start to pedal your feet. Good, come on to the balls of the feet, nice and high. Exhale, release the heels. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come to the back of your mat and just hang over your legs. Good, take a little sway from side to side. And then back to center and roll yourself all the way up to stand. And now we are in Tadasana, standing tall, breathing. Thanks. Let's sweep the arms all the way overhead. Release your right hand down. Tip up and over to the right into a side bend. Keep grounding into the left foot just as much as the right. Look underneath your left arm, big full breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, round your spine and fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release and fold. Again, inhale, lengthen. And now let's bend the left knee. Keep your left hand down. We're going to take right hand to the waist. Start to turn your chest to the right. Then the right arm can extend. Then your head goes last. Good. Big full breath in. Exhale, release the right hand, bend your knees. Walk it out to plank pose. Good. Big full breath in. Exhale, shift forward, bend the elbows and lower all the way down to the belly. Release the tops of the feet. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, come up to baby cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Good, one more time coming up. Let's float the hands a couple of inches off of the mat. Keep hugging those elbows in. Good, and then place your hands down. Tuck your toes, go up and back. Downward dog. Nice. Lift your right leg into the air. Exhale, bring your knee forward and place your right foot between your hands. Good. Let's lower the left knee very carefully to the mat. And now here, you can take your blocks to either side of that right foot to give you a little bit of lift of the torso. So we're going to shift the hips forward and lift the chest up. Nice. Exhale, shift back. Round toward the right thigh. Inhale forward, lifting the chest. Exhale back, rounding the spine. Good, again, come forward, lift the chest. Breathe here. You want to crawl the hands up. You can come into full Anjaneyasana. Good, and then place those hands down. We're going to slide the blocks all the way. Tuck your left toes. Shift the hips back. Lift that back knee. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Find the feet rooting down. Hang over your legs. A little sway from side to side. Then come back to center and roll up to stand. Good. Inhale your arms up. Exhale the left arm down as you tip over to the left. Keep rooting into that right foot. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, round the spine, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, lengthen. And now bend your right knee and keep the right hand down. Place your left hand to your waist. Start to turn the chest, the arm, then your head to the left. Deep breaths. Good, and then release that left hand down, soften both knees. Walk it out to plank pose. Good, big full breath in. Exhale, shift forward, lower, 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 all the way down. Good. This time, we're going to take it a little bit deeper. So the toes on top, we want to walk the hands back right beside the ribs. And we're going to slowly start to peel our way up to cobra. Exhale, hug the elbows in as you lower down. Inhale, peel it up. Exhale. one more time. Peel it up. Good. From here, tuck your toes. Lift up and back. Downward dog. Let's lift the left leg into the air behind you. Exhale, bring your knee forward. Place your foot between your hands. Lower your right knee carefully to the mat. Take those blocks to either side of the front foot. Shift your hips forward, lift your chest. Exhale, shift back and round. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good, one more time to go forward. This time you can stay here with the hands down, or you start to walk the hands up, lift the arms, lift the chest. Anjaneyasana. Good, and then place those hands down. You can remove the blocks. Shift your hips back, tuck your right toes. Lift that leg and then step into downward facing dog. Good, wag your hips, pedal your feet. Nice. Good, and then we're gonna step all the way up to the top of the mat. Hang over your legs. Sweep your arms out to come up to stand. And then exhale, just release your arms down by your side. Nice. Let's just take a little flow with the breath, okay? A little half Ardha Surya Namaskar, which is just half sun salutation, okay? So standing tall in your Tadasana. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, open your arms, dive over your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale your arms out and up. And exhale, release your arms down by your side, growing taller. Two more like that. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale your arms out and up. And one more time, arms by your side. Good. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale your arms out and up. And now as you exhale, release the arms down by your side, but take them back behind you and clasp your hands. Let's step the feet as wide as the mat. Begin to reach your knuckles down, lift up through your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your legs, letting the knuckles lift up any amount. Head releases down. Breathing into the backs of those legs. Good, and then slowly come all the way back up. And release the arms and shake it out a little bit. Very nice. Okay, so next, we're just gonna come into tree pose today. All right, a nice little balance for our body. So we'll start on the left foot, lifting the right knee. Now, your options for tree: ankle, calf, or all the way up into the inner thigh. But your parameters here are no knee. Please don't touch your knee because we don't want to put pressure into the ligaments of the knee. And we want the hips to not do this. Hips need to stay facing forward. So if that means that the foot needs to be lower, take it lower, right? Work with what you've got today, right? We're trying to be present for our practice. Good, so we can bring the palms together. Remember that wobbling is balancing, because wobbling is learning. Good, look straight ahead. And then your arms can begin to extend up. Nice. Bring your palms together in front of your heart again. Place your right foot down very carefully. Shake out your legs. Good. All right, other side. Right foot stays down. Left foot, ankle, calf, or inner thigh. All right? So make that decision based upon, can you keep the hips parallel? Can you breathe? Right? A test, as I'm doing, is to talk while you're trying to breathe. So if you try to talk, maybe there's somebody in your house or, I don't know, a cat or a dog, and you try to talk while you're in a balancing pose, then that's the true test of balance, right? Are you relaxed enough and released enough that you can have a conversation? Or are you completely tensed and you can't breathe? All right, let's take the arms up. Breathing. Nice, palms back together in front of your heart. Good, and then bring that left knee in, place the foot down, shake out your legs, little dance party. All right, let's come all the way down to a seat. All right, and when you sit, if you find a rounding in the low back, then make sure you sit up on something, a blanket, a cushion, a pillow, whatever. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana and your hands to your knees. And let's just start circles around into the hips. Good. We're still moving into the muscular effort of the body here, but starting to release it and soften it. Good. And then circle the opposite direction. Sit nice and tall. Extend your right leg out to the side. And let's tuck that left foot in just a little bit. Nice. I'm going to take the right hand inside of the right thigh and the left hand to the waist. Sit tall and then turn to the left. Tip your right shoulder down inside of the right thigh. And if that forearm is, or the elbow is way off of the ground, you can take a block there. And then we'll reach the right arm up and over as we left arm up and over as we activate through the right foot. Reach your left fingers towards your right toes. Keep the chest turning underneath the left arm. Deep, full breaths. Good, and then come all the way back up to sit and turn back to center. And switch legs. So left leg goes out, right foot comes in. We're going to press through that left foot. Place your left hand inside of your left thigh, your right hand to your waist. Grow taller and then turn your chest to the right. Tip your left shoulder inside of the left thigh. Keep pressing through that left foot, then the right arm can reach up and over. Good, and we just reach, but keep turning underneath the arm. Deep breaths. Good, and then Nice, everybody. Let's bring the legs in. Place the feet down and make your way. Actually, let's do this together. Let's scoot anything you're sitting on out from underneath you. Arms can go forward. And we're going to slowly lower onto our backs. Very slow, very controlled. Nice. All right, bend your knees, feet on the mat. As you inhale, lift your hips up. As you exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift the hips, pressing into the feet. Exhale, lower. Let's add some arms in. Inhale, lift, arms float up. Exhale, lower, arms go down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Nice. And now let's just step the feet wide as the mat. Open your arms out to the sides, and keeping the feet wide, tip your knees to the left. From here, you can turn your head to the right, making sure to keep that right shoulder grounded. Deep, full breaths in and out. And then come back to center, feet still wide. Tip your knees to the right and turn your head to the left. That left shoulder is grounded into the mat. And then again, just come back to center. Walk your feet closer together. And now we'll just bring both knees carefully into the chest. Place your hands right on top of your kneecaps and just start to move those knees in circles. Massaging into the low back and the sacrum. And the opposite direction. Good, and then just place your feet down. Release your arms down a little bit away from you, a little on a diagonal, palms facing up. And then begin to extend the legs forward and we come into Shavasana. Releasing all effort. The muscles, the joints, the effort of the mind, the effort of the breath. Give yourself permission to be here, to stay connected during this time of Shavasana, connected into the mind, body, breath connection, soft and at peace. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Extend your arms overhead and stretch a yawning, awakening stretch. And then bend your knees and carefully roll to your right side. And now use your left hand to begin to press yourself slowly up to sit, letting your head be the last piece of the puzzle. And then find a tall seat. The sits bones grounded and the crown of your head lifting. Your eyes can either reclose or find that soft downward gaze. Notice here at the conclusion of this practice how your mind feels, how your body feels, how your breath feels. Take with you anything that was presented to you in this practice. Take peace. Take light that are already within you and share them with all beings. And let's join our palms together in front of our hearts, bowing our heads with gratitude for this practice, balancing energies of the body, connecting inward to share outward, and for one another as we stand strong together along this journey of life. Namaste.